Hi students, how are you? I hope you are ready to practice some more English with me. Today we are going to mostly go over the homework. I want to spend some time going over the homework so we can do some more practice with gerunds, and then we will do a little bit more review and practice with gerunds after we check the homework. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is go ahead and turn to page 83 in the workbook. That was your homework. We're going to look at page 83 in the workbook. Okay, page 83. Did you find it? So, in this exercise, you had to circle the correct preposition. Okay. Remember, in English, sometimes we have a verb or an adjective that is followed by a preposition. For example, I am excited, that's an adjective, about. Okay? We always say excited and about. So sometimes we have an adjective and it is always followed by the same preposition, in this case, about. We also have a verb that can be followed by a preposition. I am thinking about, okay? Thinking is a verb, am thinking, okay? And then followed by about. So thinking about, those go together. So do you remember the chart that I gave you? I gave you a chart that had prepositions like of, in, for, about, and at, okay? And you just need to study the chart. It will take some time to learn which words go with which preposition. So, again, it is a good idea to just read those every day. Read them aloud so you can hear them and you are practicing saying them, okay? And the more you hear them and the more you say them, the easier it will be to know which adjective or verb goes with which preposition. Okay? So to do this exercise, if you had your chart, that would help you a lot. So let's look at number 1. Martina is worried, and you have to choose between about and of, paying her bills. So here, the correct preposition is Martina is worried about paying her bills. We are usually worried about something, okay? When you are worried, you are scared that something is not going to be right. Something bad will happen. So Martina is worried about paying her bills. Let's look at number 2. Sam is nervous, and now we have to choose about or of starting college next week. Nervous. Do we remember that word? Nervous. It is kind of like worried. It is very similar to worried, but when you are nervous, okay, you are a little bit scared that things will not go right. Okay, it is a lot like worried in that way. So Sam is nervous about or of? About. Sam is nervous about starting college next week. It is hard to start something new. I am sure many of you were nervous when you were getting ready to move to the United States. Okay, nervous. Let's look at number 3. Tran is tired, and they give us the same choices, about or of, working in a supermarket. Tired. Does that go with about, or does that go with of? Tired goes with of. Tran is tired of working in a supermarket. Remember, when we say tired of, we don't mean, oh, I am sleepy. When we say tired of, we say, I do not want to do this anymore. I am bored with this. People get tired of waiting. People get tired of doing the same thing over and over. So he is tired of working in a supermarket. He wants to do something new, something more interesting for him. Louisa is thinking, and as our choices are about and in, going to school next year. So thinking. Does thinking go with about or in? Thinking goes with about. Louisa is thinking about going to school next year. Okay? She is thinking about going to school next year. Sorry, next semester. And let's read the last one, number 5. I want to thank you about or for. I want to thank you for helping me. We thank someone for. Okay? How did you do? Again, I will say it one more time. You just have to keep practicing these. Get your chart out and read the words every day, and it will get easier and easier to know which preposition goes with the word. So let's look at the next exercise. So for this one, you had to complete the sentences. And again, this is working on putting the right preposition and then following that preposition with a gerund. Remember, when we have these phrases like excited about or thinking about or interested in, we follow the preposition with a gerund. So in this exercise, we needed to complete the sentence and follow with a gerund. So let's look at number 1, the example. I'm worried about finding a job. I'm worried about finding a job. Let's look at number 2. Thank you. So we have thank. We know that the preposition that goes with thank is for. So let's see if we can find the right match. Thank you for, and there's only one choice with for. Thank you for driving me to work. Thank you for driving me to work. Let's look at number 3. Serena is happy. What preposition goes with happy? About. Serena is happy about. And which of these choices would you be happy about? Serena is happy about getting a scholarship. Serena is happy about getting a scholarship. The example told you, I am worried about finding a job. If that was not the example, you could also say Serena is happy about finding a job. Maybe she found a job and now she is happy. So if you use that one twice, that would have been okay. But here, Serena is happy about getting a scholarship. Do we remember what a scholarship is? A scholarship is when you get money to go to school. Usually, you get money from a group or an organization that wants to help you get an education. That is a scholarship. Sometimes you can get a scholarship from the school. Sometimes people get scholarships for being really good students. Sometimes people get scholarships for being really good athletes. They play a sport. Sometimes you get scholarships because they know you need more money to go to school. So there are many different types of scholarships, but a scholarship is money to help you pay for school. So here, Serena is happy about getting a scholarship. Chang is tired. And what preposition follows tired? Right. We just discussed that. Tired of. Chang is tired of getting up early. I would be tired of getting up early too. Chang is tired of getting up early. That means he has to wake up early a lot and he doesn't want to do it anymore. Lisa and Theo are afraid. Afraid also has of. They are afraid of losing their jobs. Lisa and Theo are afraid of losing their jobs. And the last one, Maurice is interested. Interested. What preposition follows interested? Right, in. Maurice is interested in learning more about computers. Maurice is interested in learning more about computers. How did you do on that one? Do you see that all of our prepositions are followed by a gerund? Let's look at the last exercise. In this exercise, you had to complete the sentence and use the information in the chart. Let's look at the example. Number 1, Ron, that's the name in the first one, and then they have excited. So Ron is excited. One person, so Ron is. Ron is excited about going to college. Excited always goes with about. So Ron is excited about, and then they told you the activity is go to college. But they don't tell you to change it to a gerund. Did you remember to change it to a gerund? I hope so. So Ron is excited. Excited goes with about. Ron is excited about, and then the activity, going to college with a gerund. Let's look at number 2. Miguel. Okay, and then his feeling is afraid. And then the activity, lose his job. So Miguel, one person, is afraid. And what do we use to follow afraid? What preposition? Afraid of. So Miguel is afraid of. And then how are we going to change the activity? Losing. Remember, we need to switch it to a gerund. So, final answer, Miguel is afraid of losing his job. And remember, when we are writing gerunds, we take off the E before we add ing if it is a word that ends with E. So lose ends with E. I'm going to take off the E and then I'm going to add ing. Miguel is afraid of losing his job. Number 3, Vincent and Anna. So now we have 2 people. Vincent and Anna, their feeling is happy. And why are they happy? The activity is pay off their loan. So Vincent and Anna are happy, and happy goes with about. Vincent and Anna are happy about paying off their loan. There's my gerund. Happy about paying. Okay? Tim and Betsy. So I still have 2 people, 2 more people. Tim and Betsy, the feeling is worried, the activity get into debt. So Tim and Betsy, we're going to say are worried. And what do we follow worried with? Right, it also follows about, just like happy. So Tim and Betsy are worried about getting into debt. Here's another gerund, getting. We also talked a little bit about this spelling rule. If I have a word that goes vowel and then consonant right after it, I'm going to double the consonant. So get becomes getting, G-E-T-T-I-N-G. Okay, you have to double the T, 2 T's. Our last one, Steve, and here we have interested. Steve is interested in. interested in buying a new car. How did you do on that one? I'm sure you did great. The thing to remember is that when we have our feelings, okay, we have to follow it with the right preposition and then a gerund, okay? Also, be careful to make sure that if you're talking about one person, is, two people, are, if you're talking about yourself, am, okay? So let's go ahead and do some practice with these. So here you can see my little yellow friend, and he is like this, ah! Okay? And I have the question, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? So now is a good time to maybe get out your notebook, and you can write about what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Write something down. So you can pause the video and think about, what are you afraid of? And how are you going to answer that? I am afraid of, and then make sure that you follow it with a gerund, okay? I am afraid of, and follow it with a gerund. Remember, afraid means scared, okay? But usually when we talk about afraid, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm scared of a haunted house, or I am scared of a scary movie. Afraid usually can also mean scared about serious things, okay, about very serious things. So what are you afraid of? Did you take a minute to write something down? Can you tell me, say it out loud so that you are practicing, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And then I will share my answer. I am afraid of my parents getting sick during the coronavirus pandemic. Okay? I am afraid of my parents getting sick. My parents are older. I am happy that they are staying home, but I am afraid of my parents getting sick. Notice how I have getting, okay? Getting. My parents getting sick. Let's look at another example. What are you interested in? What are you interested in? So again, you might want to write these down in your notebook just so you're getting some practice writing. What are you interested in? And I will share my answer with you. And I hope you are practicing sharing your answer with me, even though I cannot hear you. I am interested in learning about other people and cultures. That's why I love my job and where I work. I am interested in learning about other people and cultures. It's just one of the many reasons I love our school, and I miss it so much right now. And let's look at our last example, our last question. Again, if you want to pause the video, you can pause, just stop for a little bit, to write down the question and then write down your own answer. But I am interested in, and then my gerund, learning. And the last one, what are you tired of? What are you tired of? Okay, what are you tired of? And my answer, I'm tired of being home all the time. Okay, I am a homebody, but I am still tired of being home all the time. So what are you tired of? Please share your answers with me. You can either send me a text message or write it on Facebook. So that was our review of gerunds that follow prepositions. Here is a short homework activity for you to do. I gave you 6 questions. You need to complete the sentence. You will look at the beginning of the sentence, which tells you a feeling, an emotion. For example, I'm excited. And then you need to fill in the right preposition that follows excited. So you might need to get out your chart. I'm excited, and excited is always followed by about. And then you're going to look at the box, and which is the right word to go in there? I'm excited about, and what would you be excited about? The end of the sentence says school in the fall. So I am excited about starting school in the fall. Okay, so you can pause the video to read these sentences, okay, and write in the correct words. We will go over it in the next video. So before you watch the next video, try to do these ones on your own, okay? So that is the end of our lesson for today. You can do the homework, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.